Yeah, I think that plays a big part in the winner of this game. Second chance opportunities. We're about to find out.
A whistle sounds. Bina to try and see if she can go up high for it. She does win the tip. Over to Braxton, now over to Austin. The Plainsmen in a man-to-man defense to start it off. They've got a dead ball situation. Austin looking forward to it, and she does get the 5-ball count. Coach Cheryl Miller's got to be ecstatic about that first defensive possession.
Oh, yeah, Coach Martin.
Jeez.
We'll get there.
Cheryl Miller? That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
There's some his story for you there. Northern Valley in a man-to-man defense on their end. As the ball goes to the high point.
Johnson.
Step back, shot us away. No good, but offensive rebound there by the Plainsmen. They'll fight inside and digging out of there by Sides has it. Northern Valley will slow it down here and walk it across. Into the corner they go with Sides. Northern Valley, when they've gotten in their sets, have done extremely well. Sides dribbles right in front of her, and they picked it.
Back-to-back turnovers for the Huskies.
Go ahead and take it if you want, like we were talking.
Good look to the back door, and that's going to be Booker on the layup shot on the right side.
Northern Valley will turn this ball right over, and Booker's going to put it up on the rim again. Missed this one off the right side. Sides has to track it into the corner. Nowhere to go.
Now
she'll turn and turn it over.
Booker steps into the paint and is going to draw the foul. Braxton Cox will get the foul. Tossing one into Booker. Booker back outside. Daisha Allison for three. Missed it on the back of the rim. No good. Tip around, rebound will come out to the Huskies.
As Austin dribbles across with her right hand, trying to get this Husky offense in. She goes to the middle of the lane, floats it up and in, and she's going to go to the line for another one. Cody, hit that button I know and love. Right there it is. Austin to the line for a three-point play.
I like watching when Northern Valley takes it to the rim, when they just go inside and go strong with the basketball. That's when good things can happen for you. Just getting to the free throw line is a big deal.
Austin misses, but Mary Baird's there to clean up the offensive rebound. Northern Valley up 4-2.
Outside, backdoor look to Allison is going to be thrown away from Carly Creer. Oakley will turn the ball over.
Oakley's going to be in this full court pressure defense here. They'll get it into Bina, does Northern Valley. With her left-hand dribble, she's going to go across the court to Mary Baird. Picks it up, flows it up to the rim. Kind of more of a toss than a shot. We'll have a hold, and it'll go against Mary Baird. 5-yard penalty. Oakley will get the ball.
Thought that was going to be a jump ball there for a moment, but they get him with the foul on the arm, so.
No 5-yard penalty?
No five. Well, I don't know. I guess if you want to call it that. Looks like it's a lot more than that. I don't know how long the basketball court is, but
92 feet.
There you go. That's maybe wasn't quite that far, but Booker again just taking it to the right side. Good for the Plainsmen.
Tied up at 4 now as Northern Valley's going to turn it over again. The pressure just too much. The pass was just a bit high.
So Oakley will inbound. J.L. Johnson will get it in. Out top of the key here to Allison. Daisha. Here to J.L. Johnson with a basketball. On the dribble to the right side. Almost lost it. Pulls the dribble. Flips it back here to the near side to Creer. She'll step into the high post. Johnson with a look at the rim. Drives to the right. Tosses high post to Booker. Back to Creer. Back out top to Johnson. Oakley being patient with the basketball this time. Johnson will step outside. Trying to create a little space in the paint. Outside, Allison, top of the key. Still looking around, going for the steal, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be off the Plainsmen, so Northern Valley will get the ball back here on the turnover.
One of the things I saw on that defensive spot, and as Austin pulls her trick, she goes down to get her set. Faking the tie of the shoe will always grab you an extra 3 to 5 seconds if you need it. Sides on the baseline jumper. It's good for Delaney Sides, a sophomore.
Across the timeline here is Creer. Booker to Allison. Oakley Down by 2. Top of the key, Johnson, JL. Far side to Booker. Slips through the hands of Johnson. Creer's going to drive to the baseline. Jump stop. Kicks it back outside. Johnson for 3. Off the iron, missing, no good.
And here's Cox with some numbers. She had Baird but chose to keep it. Spin in the move. Beautiful shot by her. Has it swatted. And they call a travel. It was a good defensive recovery there by Booker, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. That was a great spin move, but she was able to drop down with her. Get the block that ends up causing a travel, but a turnover right away for Oakley.
Northern Valley will get it back on Austin Steele here. They'll go into the corner for Delaney Sides. Inside to Mary Baird, who had good position, and she'll go directly to the foul line. She was hacked in there by a couple Plainsmen. I don't know which one they'll give it to, but it's going to reward Mary Baird with 2 free throws.
Justice Booker will get the first personal, second team foul for Oakley. Free throw is good.
One thing I have noticed, the officials are letting them play here a little bit on both sides with the man-to-man. So it is going to be a physical battle with both teams struggling with turnovers a little bit. It doesn't lead for a very clean game at the moment.
No, and you can expect if they're going to be in that man, you can expect some more turnovers. Baird knocks down both free throws. Pfeiffer and Beckman both check into the ball game here for the Plainsmen. Creer will bring it across the timeline. Carly to the right side will give it off. Driving to the baseline is JL. She'll go layup. Good.
Beautiful play there to put the ball in the bucket for the Plainsmen, as Austin's going to force the issue and pick up the foul there on Booker. But what a reverse layup. She went baseline, flipped it up over her head and in. That's a confidence builder if you're an Oakley Plainsman fan right there. Pump fake and to the rim goes Bina. And a foul will be called on the floor. I think that was Beckman who just checked in, correct?
Number 11.
No, sorry.
No, 33.
33.
So Pfeiffer will get her first personal, fourth team foul, rather.
Austin in for Sides is 3 in the corner. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound is fought for. It'll stay here with Northern Valley.
I think it was actually,
well,
there you go. I think official forgot which way they were going.
It was the correct call. It was the Plainsman ball.
It was the correct call. It just took him a second to realize who was going which way. Outside, Booker. Johnson trying to force the issue inside there. A steal, but Baird's going to step out of bounds with it. JL Johnson will inbound here for the Plainsmen.
The senior Shaylee Vesteca in. Delaney Sides will sit here for Northern Valley as they've gone into a zone out of this inbounds.
Johnson underneath, turn, spin, fadeaway shot on the baseline, missing, no good. Pfeiffer will tip it, but it's going to go out of bounds.
Pfeiffer had the size advantage.
I think this one's going back to Northern Valley if they talk about it.
There you go. There we go.
He's going to figure out which way they're going yet, I promise.
That's all right. He will. Pfeiffer had the size advantage. She went over Austin there, but it didn't matter. Went the ball out, and now a carrying call at half court on Vesteca will turn it back over to the Plainsmen. All tied. Oh, we're at 6-8 there. Depends on your angle on this gymnasium where you want to look. That can fool you.
You can't look at that. For 4 days now, I've looked at the wrong scoreboard, and it has got me every time. When it's a 6 or an 8, you don't know. 3 ball for JL Johnson missing.
Northern Valley's got numbers, but they'll push here with Braxton. But the good defensive poke away is going to push her all the way back into the backcourt. Gets away with a double dribble once, and now she'll get across the timeline again. Got to stay patient, Northern Valley.
Yeah, just take care of the basketball.
That pass was too much from Vesteca to Cox.
Whoa.
And
just about lost it themselves on a little handoff. And they may lose it yet. Tied up. They let it play through. Shot is in and out, missing, no good. A tie up and a jump ball. This one will stay right here with the Plainsmen.
And a full timeout here by Coach Pugh. We'll take it with him.
Roadside assistance.
back into game action. Here comes the Plainsmen out of the inbounds.
Johnson with a basketball off the wing. Will go out to Pfeiffer, back to Johnson. Shot up on the mid-range, missing, no good.
Ball tracked down by Vesteca. Bina to bring it across this time. Will go to Cox as the pressure is extended all the way to the half court. Austin does the right thing by going at the rim. Will get rewarded with 2 more free throws. If they're going to overplay you all the way out here to the half court line, when you get numbers, you got to go. And that's exactly what Austin did there.
You got to go. Austin's done a lot better job. I mean, just from watching her over the last couple of years, she's done a lot better job this year so far watching her just going to the rim and wanting to get to this spot right here on the foul line. A lot of times point guards, when they're young in their career, don't want to go. They don't want to get blocked, so they just don't go. And it's like you can score half your points from the free throw line if you'll just go.
Al, that's something her dad has encouraged her to do, is take the ball to the rim to get to that free throw line. Tonight she's been there 3 times. She's 1 of 3.
Yep.
And another turnover there by the Plainsmen, forced by the Northern Valley man-to-man defense. Austin picks it up way too high, has to go to Bina. Inside they go to Baird with good positioning and a block in there. Look good, but the official says, no, I've got a lot better angle than you do. That's going to be a foul, putting Mary Baird to the line.
They look clean, and they do say that she got her on the arm. There was a second there where I thought, well, maybe she kind of left her feet and lost control. But
Baird knocks down the free throw. She's been there a couple times tonight, Cody. You're trying to keep book, right?
Yeah, she's 3 of 3 from the stripe.
Could be a big one in this one, as that's the 6th foul already on the Oakley Plainsmen. On the team side, the second one rattles around, no good. Here comes Johnson.
JL out top will swing it far side to Creer. She'll put it on the floor, hands it off. Going baseline, runner as Beckman missed it over the iron. This is going to be a whistle and a tie-up as Beckman stayed there with it after the rebound. And Bina turned away from Johnson, and Beckman able to just grab a hold and tie it up.
That's one that I really want Bina to be able to control. I mean, she's averaging over 10 rebounds a game right now, but she brings it down. If she keeps that ball high, these girls have no chance to get to it. She'll learn it. She's just a freshman. She'll get there.
It's definitely something. I mean, that's something you got to practice, because it's that wouldn't be a natural way to catch the ball. Your natural reaction is to catch it and pull it down, to be able to hold it strong. But it's something you just practice on.
I thought Austin had a clear path to the rim. She just missed it off to the right. But once again, got to go to the rim. 10-6, Northern Valley with a lead.
Allison out here to the near side. Beckman had a monster game yesterday coming off the bench. She scored 20 off the bench, and here's Bucher going to the line to shoot 2.
Vesteca had her hands straight up in the air, but with her body, she was drawing as much contact as she could possibly get. It was an easy call for the official. We'll go shoot 2 here for the Plainsmen.
Bucher's first free throw is off the glass.
Braxton in, Austin to sit for Northern Valley.
This one's going to bounce around and go through as well.
Northern Valley turns it quickly over here in the backcourt, and another foul will go back to the free throw line. Delaney Sides fouled the shooter there. That's Johnson. JL will go to the line. See if she can tie this ball game up.
Sides of the foul. Johnson will knock down the front end. Trying to tie it up here for the Plainsmen. Minute to go in the first quarter. Both free throws good. Oakley 4 for 4 from the line so far.
It's almost like a football stat. Points off of turnovers is what we might want to try and keep here. Is another held ball here by the Plainsman defense, doing a great job. Coach Sherrill has just got them playing at a high level defensively on a man-to-man all over everywhere. It doesn't matter where you're standing on the court. She wants you next to your offensive defender. Bina all the way to the rim, has it blocked, but a foul will be called, and she'll go to the line. Booker get hit with this foul. Savannah, Audrey Bina to the line. Audrey, for being a 6 foot tall girl, has a very nice outside shot. Very good hands. If you watched her play volleyball, she just had excellent hands. It's something she's bringing to the basketball court now.
I've noticed that as a freshman, usually when you're big like she is, as tall as she is, usually for some reason just makes it harder to catch the ball. Got bigger hands, the ball seems smaller. She's done a really good job of being able to just catch the ball, secure it. Johnson will just take it all the way down to the rim, put it up, draw the foul, and go to the line.
That was a great play. I'm looking for the replay button. I'll find it here eventually, maybe. There it was, but it was a little slow. She made not one, but two crossover moves to be able to free herself up here.
She's also very athletic for her size, as big as she is. Free throw good on the and one. And then an inbound violation on Northern Valley.
You got it now. I got to do something.
Shot goes up. This one coming down. Back outside. 13-10, 35 on the clock. Outside, driving down to the baseline. Will stop. Pulls it back out. Top of the key. This one going to be almost turned over. Oakley able to hang on to the basketball here. Allison will go to the far side. 20 seconds left. They'll push it here to the near side. Driving into the lane. Lost it. Hands it back off. Austin Cox will have the basketball now for Northern Valley. All the way down in the lane. Lost it. Trying to save it. Going to step out of bounds before she's able to do that. Bockwinkel will check back into the game. 7 seconds to go. Outside of the wing. Skip pass. Shot up. Not going to count. Outside, Allison with a basketball. And there's going to be a travel called on the far side by Bockwinkel as she goes down to a knee. Northern Valley, Bina, who's going to get this one. It's going to be out of bounds on the sideline. It'll be Oakley basketball. Creer outside on the wing. Bockwinkel out top here to Beckman, far side. They look to go inside to Booker, and it's lost inside, handed off. Coming back the other way. Long skip pass to Cox. Braxton will dump it off here to the near side of Visteka. Braxton for three. Yes! Write it down. Braxton Cox for three. Outside with the basketball. Allison. Deja. Stops. Kicks it back out top. They move it. Top of the key. Oakley may end up with an over and back, but Beckman able to go get it. Flips it off inside. Booker can't hang on to it again here as Cox will bring it across the timeline. Austin here to the near side. Quick three ball on the way. Missing, no good. Loose ball on the floor. Going to be picked up by the Huskies, though. Skip pass back over here to the near side. Into the hands of Sides, but shot goes up missing. Rebound, and the Plainsmen will be coming back the other way with it. Down the floor. Allison. Outside three ball for Creer off the iron, missing, no good. And all the way down to the floor, tie up on a jump ball going to be called. The possession arrow will go back to the Huskies.
Austin back to the line for a 1-and-1 situation here. That's the 18th foul against the Plainsmen. Eyes that one up off the back iron, no good. Rebound cleared out by Oakley. Plainsmen had the lead here coming into the second quarter. Northern Valley stormed back with 5 unanswered points. Good defense there by Sides, but Plainsmen will play it in from underneath. Johnson will play it in here. And left open to shoot, and finally does. For that is Booker, but offensive rebound there. And Braxton just took it away. Braxton with the steal, and Northern Valley's trying to get numbers down the floor. Kind of an outside pass will cost Northern Valley the possession. But good defensive stand there by Braxton. Plainsmen to play it back. Onto the wing goes Brockwinkle. Now another turnover as Austin has it. That's got to be a foul when you grab a leg, but apparently not. Here comes. Sides on the baseline underneath Vesteca. She'll turn and go back out to Braxton Cox, who just hit a three about 2 minutes ago. Vesteca will fire a three of her own and hit the bottom of the net. Shaylee Vesteca hits the Northern Valley second three of the quarter, and they lead by 5. Johnson out high, goes to the wing. Inside, too deep a position there for Booker, but she missed the bunny. Got an offensive rebound by the Plainsmen, and a foul against Northern Valley. Will go against Baird. Will it go against Sides? Will it go against Cox? Which one he'll call it on? Call it on Delaney Sides. Delaney's second. Austin to sit. Audrey Bina to come back in. That's a 16 foul here for Northern Valley.
Mildenberger checks in for the Plainsmen as Booker sits down. Outside, or they throw inside rather to the paint, and a whistle and a jump ball going to be, or no, a foul going to be called rather, and that is going to be a 1-and-1 opportunity then coming. This foul's going to be on Sides again, and it'll put JL Johnson at the free throw line, who was 3 of 3 on the line in the first half. Austin Cox checks back in. Pull-up jumper on the baseline, missing, no good for Northern Valley. And this jump ball will go back to Oakley here. Outside, Johnson, far side, driving in, Backman shot up, missing, no good, got her own rebound. Put back, no good. And a whistle and a foul going to be called on the reach-in after Bina comes away with a rebound here. And we're going to have a foul that'll put Bina on the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1. Mildenberger with a foul. Bina will knock down the free throw. This shot is up and good. Got them both. Creer will push it across the timeline in a hurry. All the way down to the baseline. Will stop. Lost it for a second. Whistle and a jump ball going to be called again. This jump ball possession will go back to the Huskies. Austin will get it in. Driving down. Baseline, wide open underneath. Oh, and Vesteca just couldn't hang on to it. That pass just took a bounce right in front of her and then took kind of a hot bounce through her hands and out of bounds. Oakley coming back the other way. 20-15, Northern Valley lead. Driving down. All the way to the basket on the left side is JL Johnson with a nice take to the rim. Cox trying to get rid of it, does to Visteca. She'll cross over through traffic down to Bina on the left side. Shot up underneath, missing, no good. Quick rebound out in transition is Beckman all the way down to the basket. Layup shot missing, no good, and a foul going to be called on Braxton Cox. We'll put Beckman on the free throw line. Free throw missing on the front end. Second one is good. This one is going to be out of bounds off of Oakley. Two-point lead for Northern Valley. Braxton needing to get it in, does finally here to Visteca in the backcourt. Long pass down on the corner, little pump fake for Austin, little chip shot runner missing. Back outside, Oakley coming back to the way. And a travel going to be called by Creer. Kind of just got a hand up in front of her, and that was just enough to not let her let go of the basketball. Turns it into a turnover. Northern Valley with the basketball. Got it in transition, a one-on-one. Then Visteca will pull it back out. Whistle and a foul coming from behind. And it'll be a one-on-one for Braxton Cox coming up. Creer's going to get the foul. Braxton will be there shooting two as they are in the double bonus. Got them both. Keeps Northern Valley up by 4 now. Creer with the basketball. Here to the near side. Driving in is Beckman all the way to the lane. Shot goes up. Missed it. No good. Loose ball underneath. Going to be picked up. Put back in by Beckman. Goes back to a 2-point contest. Trying to get rid of it. Whistle and a travel going to be called. They'll float it in up out top to Johnson to the far side. Beckman, deep three on the way. Good! Jael Johnson knocks down a huge three for the Plainsmen that puts them up by 1, and a turnover now for Northern Valley. Creer, Johnson spots up again. Missed it. Rebound for Braxton. Handed off to Austin. She'll just push the pace now. All the way down across the timeline. Stops. Bounce pass is going to be taken away by Beckman. A layup shot missing. Tie up with Braxton and Mildenberger. And a tie-up jump ball will stay here with Oakley. But an easy left-handed layup, and Beckman just missed it. 1-point ball game here with 2 minutes to go in the half. Jael, ball going to be deflected. Loose on the floor, tied up, and a jump ball again will go back to Northern Valley. So the Huskies looking to inbound. They've struggled a little bit here recently getting through the press, and Bockwinkel going to check into the ball game here for Jael Johnson. Austin will get it in to Bina. Long pass. She just didn't look where she was throwing it before she threw it. And it's taken away. This one going to slip through the fingers on the far side of Beckman. So it'll be Northern Valley basketball. This press has been a problem for them so far here in this final couple of minutes of the half. Bina will put it on the floor. Stops. Puts it back in the backcourt. Visteca. And Allison went for the steal, knocks it out of bounds. Braxton looking to get it in. Loose ball is still loose. A whistle and a foul going to be called. We'll see who this one's on. It is going to be on Northern Valley. So that's going to put Oakley on the free throw line here. And it'll be Beckman that goes to the line. Free throw good. She'll have another one coming. Not sure what happened right there. Someone crossed the line, lane violation. Long pass down through traffic. Hit Bean on the backside, outside to Cox, a pump fake, driving in, little running floater in the lane, good for Austin Cox. With a nice little running floater in the bucket's good. Creer over the top, threw it right into the hands of Bina. Northern Valley needing to get out in transition here. Austin with the basketball, goes down low underneath. Stepping through outside, Bina here to the near side. Braxton Cox for three. This one's going to be missing. And Baird can't get there to save it. All tied up at 24 apiece here with 1:06 to go in the half. J.L. Johnson checks back in the ball game here for the Plainsmen. Creer across the timeline, will stop, hands it off. Outside to Johnson, she'll put it on the floor, dribble drive, high bounce. Outside here to Bockwinkel, top of the key, Allison. Back outside to Johnson. Mildenberger's got to get out of the lane. She does. Johnson thought about the three, doesn't take it. Kick out to Allison. 35 on the clock. The dribble drive back out in the corner. Allison for a long two. This one's going to be shot long, and a rebound will come out here to the Huskies. 25 on the clock. Long pass down the floor. Turnaround shot is good for Mary Baird. She hits the mid-range jumper to put Northern Valley on top. Back on top. J.L. Johnson in between the circles. 5 on the clock. Steps in, kicks it far side. Bockwinkel thought about it, doesn't take it. Creer on the outside, they got to shoot, they don't. Didn't realize how much time was left. They run out of time. We go to halftime.
Talked about in the beginning. Just a 2-point game here. Both teams had leads there in that second quarter.
Yeah.
It'll be about who can start it and continue it here into the third.
J.L. Johnson has been solid so far tonight. She's got 12 first half points for Oakley. That time they are able to get a deflection on it. Northern Valley, however, at least on my stat book, and I'm missing a couple of points somewhere, but they've got 6 girls in the scoring column, and when you can balance the scoring, makes it much more difficult to defend.
Northern Valley, coming into this game, has 3 players averaging 8 or more points on the season. So they do a very good job of sharing the basketball. This time they'll find Audrey Bina underneath with good position. Her jump shot is up and in off glass. Points for Audrey Bina. Could be a premium here in the second half because they haven't, as she's got on the scoring column, she hasn't been a premium dominant force yet.
No, but definitely could be.
Ball tipped out there by Barry Baird. Plainsman to play it in underneath the basket.
Booker to Allison. Back into the corner, and a three-point shot for Johnson's going to be missing. Loose ball going to go out of bounds off a Creer.
The long three-pointer leads to the long rebounds. Nobody could actually track it down. Northern Valley will start with it there on the side, trying to get it in. Finally, they do to sides. Sides with the right-hand dribbles, kind of going into a trap, but she gets it up forward to Austin. Mid-range jump shot is no good for her. Mary Baird with a good offensive rebound, gets away with an extra hop, and here comes Johnson.
All the way down, stops, kicks it off to the baseline, and they'll go back outside to set things up. Creer on the dribble, inside, outside, they move it. Out top, Allison. High post, back out, Johnson, pump fake, steps up, mid-range jumper of her own. This one going to be left short, and Braxton Cox there for the rebound, and a foul going to be called then on Booker.
Fouls mattered in that first half. Just the first foul on either team as we're a minute and a half into this second half. Cox has got it in the middle of that pressure. Hands are everywhere. Flips it over to Bina on the wing. Now into the corner, they go to sides. Nobody was guarding Mary Baird underneath the basket. Northern Valley just couldn't get her the ball.
Yeah, they tried to at the last second, but it was deflected then. Kind of just saw her a little too late. Coach Pugh wanting a foul called on Oakley. Northern Valley crowd, I think, wanted the same thing.
Did you see Coach Pugh's shoes over there? They've got a nice little green tint to them. They're pretty snazzy.
The green hue to Coach Pugh. Shot for Booker, good on the left side.
Cox to cross in between two players, has to track it down, gets away with a dribble. She goes ahead and gives it to him anyway.
Johnson, a little wild on the dribble drive, missed it.
Baird clears the board, and Northern Valley needs to get a good shot here. They'll find Bina on the baseline. Goes inside to Baird, has to fight to keep it alive. Ball on the ground, bodies on the ground. Northern Valley gets to keep it with that possession arrow. Somebody might check the light bulbs on that possession arrow. They could get burnt out after tonight.
I tell you what, if the light bulbs don't do it, it'll be the switch.
Something, because it's a back and forth. Had a lot of them called here this evening. Both teams digging for that basketball. Good entry pass here to Bina. She go up. No, they out. I was going to say, thought she was fouled from my angle, and they did. The late whistle, it doesn't matter. Puts her to the line to shoot two.
You know, and I don't know if maybe the foul created the bobble, but she didn't really have good control of the basketball, and that's one, if you don't foul her, I don't know that she makes it, because she really just didn't have good possession of the ball. Anytime you foul and they don't make a free throw, though, it's almost a good foul.
Oh, I agree. In a tight game like this, it's going to come down to the details. Bina's second shot is on the way. Just draws a little bit of iron. And here comes Johnson with a right-hand dribble.
Long skip pass, Allison to Creer. Creer will step in, back outside to Allison. Johnson. This one going to be out of bounds. It was going to be deflected off the fingertips of Sides, and honestly, that ball was thrown pretty high. If Sides doesn't touch it, that's out of bounds anyway. Booker steps in, turn around, chucks one up. Pfeiffer will chase down the long rebound. Allison with the basketball now on the wing. Hands it back outside to Johnson. J.O. Good look on the backside. Left-handed layup is perfect. Execution by the Plainsmen into the hands of Carly Creer.
That was a great pass by Johnson, and it was a tough pass. She had to go across the court as well as through the court. A lot of contact, no whistle again. Northern Valley keeps possession. Here's Baird going to go to the rim. Step through move. Bina gets hit hard there, and one! What a sequence there for Northern Valley. They thought they gave it away not once but twice, and now they're looking for a three-point play in the lead.
Bina did a great job on that step through. Got a little fake, got Pfeiffer up off her feet, then steps through in the continuation to the basket. Maintains composure, gets it off the glass. Now for the and one opportunity.
Late on the score clock, that does put Northern Valley up 2, and now still stays there as that shot off the free throw back iron is controlled by the Plainsmen.
Bina 2 of 7 from the line right now. This a floater to the back door, going to be stolen.
Austin read that back cut that time, and was an easy interception for her. Vesteka on the wing, will let it fly. Just short, no good, but offensive rebound there by Mary Baird. Fighting through traffic, trying to figure out where to go. She turned and looked at the stripes and said, what do I got to do?
They've been letting them play through some contact for sure.
But we talked about it early. That's the way it was leaning in this game. You were going to have to be physical with the ball.
Oh, good little give and go there.
A nice set by the Plainsmen. They just couldn't capitalize as the Northern Valley was beat back door on a high-low. Now Northern Valley will turn it over with numbers. Here comes the Plainsmen.
JL, jump, stop, layup, shot, good.
Tie ball game. Just like that, 3:30 to go. All tied up here in the third quarter. Vesteka has it in the middle. Now back to Braxton. Tries to go all the way across the gym and is picked off.
Another basket in transition after the steal. This time it was Allison.
7625 or toll free at 866-312-2257.
Northern Valley to play it in here. They go to Mary Baird, now to Austin Cox in the middle. Still, for the entire game, they have played a full court pressure defense. This ball will be tipped by the Plainsmen to keep it here with Northern Valley. They'll throw it in just on the other side of the timeline.
I do like the Northern Valley. Hey, just slowed down right there. They didn't seem like they were trying to panic to get it across the timeline.
Nice pass by Austin. Will go up top to Bina, and she'll fake once and put it in. That's one where they caught the Plainsmen playing a little too aggressively, just threw it towards the basket, and Bina ran it down. Turnover here by the Plainsmen.
Beckman with the travel.
Who had that hot hand in the previous round, but took off a little too fast here. See if Northern Valley can do it again. 32 all. Ball deflected out of bounds. Northern Valley to keep it. Now start a new 10-second. Braxton has to play it deep into the backside of the gym there to Vesteka. Crossover, gets it across the timeline. Will now have to pick it up. Looking for a teammate, find Baird. She'll turn and face and tries to go to Austin. Austin gets away with a push there. Here comes the Plainsmen. And that was, who's number 4?
Creer.
She took it. Creer went hard to the basket, even though she did not have numbers. But she gets rewarded, went right at Braxton Cox, who only stands 5'3". She tried to go over the top of her. She's got a foul, and right to the line, she will shoot 2.
And honestly, Creer is right exactly where she was wanting to be on that fast break. She knew that Braxton had position on the inside. I don't even know if she was trying to make it. She was just going to go down and shoot. And wherever the ball went, this is where she wanted to be. She ends up with 1 out of 2. Gives Oakley back a 1-point lead.
Cox trying to break that press with a dribble here. She'll keep it alive, flip it over to Vesteka. Vesteka inside to Mary Baird. Turn shot up, no good. Good defensive rebound there by Beckman. That's not Beckman. 33 is Pfeiffer.
Beckman now into the hands of Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer with the basketball outside. They move it around from Bockwinkel to the top of the key to Beckman. Beckman looked on the back door and maybe had Creer open for a second. Booker will get rid of it back out top here as Beckman will drive into the lane. Shot up, missing, no good. And down to the floor, a whistle, a tie-up, and a travel going to be called.
Tough whistle there for the Plainsmen.
It could have went either way. A jump ball could have definitely been called there potentially, but
33-32. The Plainsmen lead here. Sides in the middle of court, flips it up for Vesteka.
That was almost a dangerous.
She threw her open, didn't she?
Yeah, she threw her open and threw it before she ever looked.
Vesteka will fire the 3 ball off the front iron, no good. Offensive rebound, Braxton Cox into the middle with the left hand.
Yes. She wasn't about to give up a jump ball. She just decided to chuck that up left-handed instead of
Such a headsy play by Braxton. Everybody in the gym thought she was going to get the whistle on a shooting foul. They say on the floor, and they'll spike it.
They're going to call it on the floor. I don't know what was.
Get it into Baird. One dribble, now back out to Braxton. She'll repost, and they'll feed her again. Mary Baird to the rim, and she'll be fouled and go to the line where she's been all right here tonight. She shot and made a. I thought she was early. She was good. Where's she at?
First quarter, she was 3 of 4. She'll have 2 here. So far in the third quarter, it's all been Bina for Northern Valley.
A bigger part of that equation was Kier picks up her 4th personal foul on the evening. She's going to have to spend some time on the bench.
Yeah, that's a big foul for Creer. That's what happened yesterday. She got a little bit of foul, or Thursday. She got a little bit of foul trouble, and Beckman came in and really just played very well off the bench for Oakley. A save and bounce right to Cox, and Austin will lay it in.
That's when you don't save it underneath your own basket sometimes. She had no choice but to flip it over her head. Austin's in the right spot to put in the 2 points. And Austin gets beat here now.
Booker with the bucket.
Booker had her in position, and Austin gambled, went for the steal, and it cost him. Now they'll go way up front. Sides is open underneath, off the top of the glass, no good, and it'll be stay here with Northern Valley.
That was a good job by Northern Valley, though, getting through that press after the shot to just get down there in transition, but they just couldn't get the basket.
Bestekin out of Austin. Pull-up jump shot, fouled, no whistle.
She looked back, too, even.
She wanted it, didn't she? Good defense here by Bestekin. Now they'll switch off. She doesn't get to her in the same play. She got fouled, no whistle. Northern Valley tries to save it, and will stay here with the Plainsmen.
Yeah, again, they're just letting them play. It's been both sides. They've let them get through, letting them play through some contact, or trying to get them to play through some contact, I guess.
Yeah, Northern Valley's only been whistled for the 1 foul here in the third quarter, 5 for the Plainsmen. Right there, they could have blown with 2, and a block shot by Audrey Bina, but cleaned up inside
by Booker.
Booker puts it in and gives her team a big lead, and out of bounds was Vesteka on the line. Turnover, Northern Valley. Here comes the Lady Plainsmen.
37-34 to 3-point Plainsman lead. And the basketball here as the third quarter winds down. Johnson with a basketball outside. I would imagine they'll look for this final shot of the third quarter. Driving down, Bockwinkel stops, trying to force it inside. A whistle and a foul going to be called. This foul's going to be on the pass. It'll be down on the baseline is where Oakley will inbound. Let's check who this foul is on.
They give it to Vesteka.
No, it was on Braxton.
Oh, it's Braxton's 4th. Now the 2 point guards on either side both have 4. Wide open shot for Johnson in the corner. Left it just short, goes off Austin, and then that will be the end of your third quarter.
37-34, Plainsmen with a lead. Northern Valley to have the basketball to start the fourth and final quarter.
Besteca has it now. As she'll come across the timeline with that left-hand dribble, picks it up, goes to sides on the wing. Trying to get that ball inside to Baird. They've had good success with Baird and Bina underneath, either getting a shot up or getting the foul call. And here's another foul here on the.
JL Johnson on the reach-in.
JL got whistled for that reach-in, got her across the arms.
Austin will inbound. Looking to get it in. Does. Little pump fake. Driving to the right side. Good. On the basket.
What a shot by Mary Baird. Kind of a sweeping little hook shot a little bit there and puts it in for the basket. 1 point game. Nice offensive set here. Gives an easy bucket inside here for the Plainsmen. And I don't know who they're going to give the call to. Could be one of two.
Sides or Cox.
It'd be Cox's, or Sides is 4th if it was her, but they're going to give it to Austin, which is fine because I think that's only about number 2 or 3.
We'll see. It's her first.
First. It's a little distracted there in that first half.
Feels like she
should have like 8.
She normally has more than 1.
Oh, yeah.
The 4th.
She fouled her sister, too, somewhere in there. Second free throw is on its way. No good. Mary Baird tracks it down.
Did Booker make that first one?
No, she did not. Here comes Austin. Gets it back to Vesteka. Now they'll go across to sides. He'll go to the rim. Has it blocked, but Vesteka's there for an offensive rebound. Back out to Austin. Pump fake to the rim. Layup is up. Oh, my goodness. How did she not get that to go? But Bina cleaned it up. She'll be fouled. She'll go to the line.
I don't know. Austin's missed a couple of those little bunnies today.
She did great getting to the rim.
That was perfect. She had everything she wanted. Just didn't get it to finish.
So Bina, who struggled a little bit from the line here tonight, is going to have 2 more opportunities. Leaves this first one short.
She's just 2 of 8 from the line right now. Looking for the 9th free throw.
In a 1-point game, got to knock a few of them down here. We'll take as many as we can get. In a tight one, just like we anticipated. This one just grazes the front iron and is pulled out of there by Beckman.
Career pushing the pace down the floor. Holds up into the corner now. Beckman driving baseline. Got by her man and Bina, and the lay-in is good.
Great move. Leads to an easy bucket there. She had to go over the 6-footer, but made it happen. We've got a girl down on the floor. Austin's open for 3. We'll let it rip and derange it! Except, I think they have a...
Booker took a shot coming down the floor.
Booker now trying to get to her feet as Coach Sherrill gets to her.
If she just rolled up an ankle, a knee, and not got the air knocked out of her, she's up on her feet here.
As she will walk off.
Coach Martin,
that's good news.
Will help her across. She's going to just outrun Martin to the bench, too.
Looks like they're going to maybe tend to her an ankle over there, which is much better than a knee. Yes. I was worried about that when she first went down. They're going to look at an ankle right now, maybe give it a new wrap job or something like that. But Austin's, what I thought was a 3-ball. She had a toe on the line. Tell her to cut her toenails, I guess. So it's only a 2-point shot, which evens this ball game at 39.
Oh, man, I marked it down in my book as a 3. I'm glad you said something, but I thought it was a 3, too. I guess I didn't see that indication. There's a loose ball. And they're going to get an over and back violation here for the Plainsmen.
It could have been either way. Could have called a tip on that one, but
it was close. But I think
if you have
the deal was that Oakley touched it right before it went into the backcourt. Actually, I think they were the last ones to touch it.
And a hold out top will be called, and it'll put Baird to the line. That's a 8th foul on the team side for the Lady Plainsmen. So free throws from here on out. It's the 4th foul there on Booker.
Booker is the one that got the foul. Booker's out with the high ankle sprain is what it looked like to me, the way that she was grabbing her ankle. And Baird will knock down the free throw. That's big. As it puts Northern Valley up by 1. This to go up by 2.
And she makes that one with a nothing but nylon shot. Northern Valley now with a 2-point lead.
Career with the basketball across the timeline. Long floater over the top to Booker. Just slipped out of her hands. Baird going to be the last to touch it, though.
It was a good aggressive play. She had sealed her way all the way from the free throw line, gave him plenty of room to throw that pass. But at the last second, Baird got a hand on it. They'll flip into the middle here.
Oh, this one overthrown, chased down, loose, just going to be stripped out of there. Backdoor look.
Sides no good, and a late whistle there is going to reward Sides with 2 free throws. It was like the ball didn't go in. The whistle must have got her across the arm is what the official said, is she's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Allison Dacia will get her first personal. Sides knocks down the free throw.
Northern Valley knocking down their last 3 from the charity stripe, and that's how they're scoring the basketball here in this 4th quarter. This one rattles around, no good.
Johnson with a rebound. She'll push the pace all the way down the floor. traffic coming from behind. Kick out for Creer for three. In and out, missing. Johnson with a rebound, put back, no good. Tip out, loose tip out, picked up by the Northern Valley Huskies.
As they get the ball to Braxton right here. And a foul.
Is going to be on Allison. It's an off-the-ball foul. That's going to send Vesteca to the free throw line.
Yeah, Vesteca, who shot the ball extremely well so far early on in her senior year campaign. Been a couple years starter, but when Audrey Bina showed up, had to get her on the floor, and Vesteca had to go to the bench. But she has still played some excellent minutes here for Northern Valley. She's played starter-type minutes all year, and I would see that continuing off the bench. Shooting a good job from the outside, goes to the line here to try and extend her team's lead. Missing the first one, here's the second one.
For a two-possession game.
And she drains it. Leads by 4 now for the Huskies.
Johnson with the basketball to the far side. Creer looks to the backside. Booker, layup shot on the right side, good.
Oh, what a catch by Booker there. Booker, and a turnover here by the freshman. Audrey Bina took one too many steps, was looking to throw it before the person was open.
Yeah, Oakley went with full court pressure right after the basket, and that oftentimes can do just what this is. When you haven't ran it for a little while, you put it on right after a bucket, and that can happen as Johnson will kick it back outside. Allison for three. No good.
Got a rebound, but challenged at the height of her shot. That's a travel. It's two Plainsmen grabbed it, and both of them were fighting over it, and both of them went to the ground.
Beckman and Booker both went down with the basketball, and can't call that a jump ball.
So Coach Sherrill brings the pressure back. She says pull it off. She doesn't want to foul, I believe, in this situation. Bina drives to the baseline. Got Barrett if she can get her the basketball. Gets it to Vesteca right before a 5-second violation. They'll go inside to Barrett here. Turns little space. She puts it up on the rim, and a foul will go against Mary Baird. It'll be out of bounds as that's just a third team foul here on Northern Valley in this second half.
Yeah, if you're Northern Valley, you can afford to be a little bit aggressive defensively and try to force Oakley into turnovers and extend this lead if you want, because you got some fouls to give. And honestly, this is about the point where you'd like to be at around 4 or 5 fouls potentially, so that if you do end up in a situation where you got to use the foul game, you're not wasting time to get to it.
Three-point shot is no good. Scrum for it is the only thing you can call.
Oakley, Cheryl Martin was trying to get a timeout called before the jump ball call, but the jump ball will stay here with the Plainsmen.
A rugby coach would be extremely happy with as many scrums as we've had here tonight.
No kidding. It has been all-out aggressive. Beckman driving in, back out. Johnson goes right inside to Booker, backs her way up and in. Good off the right side.
She goes right up and over. Braxton Cox is only standing 5'3". She was doing her best to shove her off the block, but it did not matter. Good, strong move and bucket. Left open for three is Sides, and she drained it! Northern Valley hit from the outside just whenever the Plainsmen feel like they're back in it.
Kick in and out. Blocking foul going to be called on the Huskies.
Vesteca picks it up. Big shot there from Sides on the other end of the court.
Huge. I mean, just when Oakley had a good play, a good basket off the right side by Booker, they build that energy, that emotion. The crowd gets into it, but then you come down and a big three like that just silences the noise.
And a three going to be on our way for Johnson. No good. Bina's got it. Now Northern Valley. Oh, they had numbers. Cox somehow gets her hands on it and saves a bucket.
Saves a bucket is right, because that ball was a bullet down to Booker, and if she catches it, it's an easy lay-in.
Money. Get your own perk checking account. Know that today and every day, First National Bank and Trust is here for you.
First National Bank appreciates you letting them finish that commercial.
I know. I was just trying to see how much there was left on that commercial, but It was almost done, so I finished it. Otherwise, I'll just go back to it.
Outside to Bina. Inside, Mary Baird's got it. No whistle. The first one. Nice step through move for Mary. She's had a quiet 2 first games, and tonight she has come to play.
She had a pretty good game the other night when you were gone. Big block by the Huskies. Still loose on the floor. Tie up, jump ball. It'll go back to the Huskies.
Huge block like you were talking down there. Audrey Bina coming into the game, averaging 5 a game. She's got to be close to that again here tonight.
I would think so, yeah.
Northern Valley with numbers. Vesteca goes inside, hits the barrier on the block, but the ball was not cleanly caught. So the possession again will be called, and Oakley gets it back.
.240 to go in the ball game. Northern Valley's Cox will knock it out of bounds. 48-43. Northern Valley with a lead here over the Plainsmen. Braxton will check back into the ball game for the Huskies. 2:42 to play in the ball game, and a lead here for Northern Valley. On the floor is Beckman to the baseline. Looking to go inside. Will go back to Booker. She'll back her way in. Throws up the air ball, and a foul going to be called then after the fact there on Booker, and that's going to be her 5th. That's a frustration foul, I think. We'll check it. It's either going to be on Booker or Creer.
I believe it's on Booker.
It is, and Booker is going to foul out of the ball game. That'll bring Pfeiffer back into the contest.
She knew she was supposed to be in a spot to get that offensive rebound, and she didn't make it there, and when Sides came away with it, she just kind of fouled her.
Well, she put up a shot that she shot the ball without looking at the rim, and then that turns into an air ball, and then it's just effort. That was her just trying to go still make a play.
Side steps to the line calmly after nailing that three-pointer about 2 minutes ago and knocks this one in. See if she can follow it with the next one. Short, no good. Here comes Beckman.
Quickly down the floor, all the way to the basket is Beckman off the right side. Good. They needed that. Oakley did. That's the right move in transition.
Long up the floor they go to Sides, who squeezes a dribble into the middle.
I don't know how she got that ball in there. A jump ball going to be called then as Bina gets tied up with Beckman.
Northern Valley could use a nice offensive scoring opportunity here coming out of the inbound. They find Bina open, and she missed it. And another scrum for it. This one will go over to Oakley. Bina had a great look at that one, just missed it.
Yeah, she did. You don't get much more open than that one.
If I'm Northern Valley, I got to pay attention to Beckman. That was a very aggressive move she had last time around.
Pfeiffer back outside to Creer, back to Beckman. She does have the ability to just put it on the floor and drive to the hole. So does Johnson as she tries to come around the screen. Goes back door to Beckman. And a whistle and a reach-in foul going to be called then here on Bina.
Which sister are they going to give it to? They're going to give it to the short one or the tall one? The short one tonight will be done if they gave it to her. Oh, they put it 4 last time, so maybe we had a miscommunication in the book. That's just 4.
There must have been, because you're right. Johnson off the elbow, missed it. Allison with a rebound. We'll pull it back outside to Johnson. Far side to Creer. She'll take a shot from 3 land. No good. Rebound will come out to Sides.
Good box out and rebound now by Sides. Barrett's got it on the wing without numbers. She's going to go 3-on-1. Now kick back Sides. Over with the second pass to Cox. She missed it. That was a great second look by Sides. Thought she was going to fire it up, found an open Austin. She just flat airballed it.
Sometimes you're too open. I think that's what happens sometimes. You just end up too open.
I'm thrilled to see the extra pass happen there. It's happened all night long for Northern Valley. Led to some easy shots. Plainsmen needing a bucket here.
Beckman with the basketball, dribbles around, kicks it back out. Creer on a deep 3. Off the iron, missing, no good. Cox diving after the basketball, still loose, going to be picked up by Bina. Long pass down the floor.
Great outlet from Bina to Baird, and Baird ran it into the gym. If she could have dunked it, this place would have went crazy, but she'll put the layup in.
This place would have blown the roof off of it if that happened.
Johnson left open for a 3. It's just off. Northern Valley just needing to keep possession of this basketball with this lead here at 6. Austin, the crossover, and she's double teamed. She's going to fight for it, and it's going to be yet another hell ball situation.
Just lost the dribble on the crossover in that trap double team. Ends up giving it back here. 27 seconds, though, and it's a 6-point ball game.
This would be right when I would like to say, don't leave her open for three, and she did. But Johnson just missed it. Take your time if you're Northern Valley. There's 14 now, 13 left to be able to connect on this second win.
Yeah, Oakley, the one thing you could have done is, because they expect you to move it across the timeline, is to use all 10 seconds back there.
Just
hang out in the backcourt and use all 10 seconds. Call a timeout right on 9 if you have to, but
Northern Valley tried to throw it away again. Just hold on to it. They've got to foul you.
Yeah, they're not going to even go for it here. Looks to me like.
And that will do it. Northern Valley with a strong fourth quarter comes away with a 6-point victory. And Cody, the Northern Valley Lady Huskies, 2 wins, 1 loss in the column. They're above 500 for the first time that I can ever remember in basketball.
For a while. They're much improved, and I kind of knew that from a couple years ago, really, that they were a really young team, young girls that you just were sitting there going, I hope they don't get discouraged, because their time will come when they're going to win these close games. They've been in some close games, and they just haven't been able to finish. Tonight they finished. I mean, they just were able to finish the ball.